Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to take an updated look at Vudu, movies and TV, in just a moment. Just a quick reminder before we get started, folks, hit that thumbs up button. It helps other YouTubers find quality content. We also appreciate it. Click on subscribe and then click the bell and you'll always get notified anytime we add new content. So let's go ahead and launch the Vudu Movies and TV app. Now I'll start off by saying that quite a bit has changed since I've reviewed this previously. Now I did go ahead and set up a free Vudu account. So we'll start off here in the My Vudu section. Immediately when we go into the My Vudu section, we're going to be able to pick up where we left off. Whether it was a movie or a TV show, we'll be able to continue watching whatever we were watching before by coming right into this section. An area that I really want to show you guys that I think is really nice is this kids section. Now in the kids section, we can actually put the Vudu app into a kids mode. And this is powered by Common Sense Media. And we can go in here and select the age. It's like all the way from 2 to 12 years of age. Or we can choose not to set the age limit. We can require a PIN to exit the kids mode. So if you're concerned that the kids may just exit out and try to watch things they shouldn't be watching, you can set a PIN there. So they'll need that to get out of the kids mode. Now later when we go into settings, we'll look at the customization available in the family settings. But for now, this is a quick look at kids mode. And under My Vudu, again, here we have movies and TV. These would be things that you rented or purchased. You have a wish list. So maybe you found a title or a couple titles and you're not ready to rent or purchase those. You can add them to the wish list and do so later. You can create customized lists for organizing your TV and your movies. There's a pre-order section, and then there's also an offers section. Next, let's go ahead and look at the Spotlight section. Now in the Spotlight section, we start off on the home screen. And you're going to have a bunch of different content here, like your featured films, your featured rentals, and various other sections. A lot of content here. Then we can drill down. We can look at just rentals. We can look at things that are on sale. We can look at just TV. We can look at just kids content. There's a couple genres mixed in here. We can look at franchises. And then we can look at collections. And we have several different options here. They do have 4K UHD content. And then you can also drill down by content that's been reviewed by Common Sense Media. It looks like 36 collections there that you can look through. The next section I want to look at is the free section. Now I'm sure a lot of you are going to be interested in this. Not everybody wants to rent or buy movies. They may want to just watch some free content, and they don't mind seeing some ads to go along with that. So keep in mind, I know on a lot of my videos folks complain about the frequency and duration of the ads, but with the free content, the ads are just something that goes along with that, unfortunately. So you're probably going to see a lot of ads. I know, and you'll see in a moment when we start a title, there's at least 2 or 3 ads that play before you get to the title that you're looking to watch. So if we go into the free section here, we can again drill down, and this is just going to give us free content. Movies, TV shows, And we know they have tons of content here. We can see on TV they have 901 titles. So no shortage of content. We can look at new releases. Again, kids content. Then we have some action and comedy, which would be genre, drilling down by genre. And then we have personalized recommendations. So we have quite a bit of free content here. Now back up at the top here, we can see that we'll also be able to drill down by movies and TV. But the next section I want to take a look at is our search. And like I always do with each video that I do on these streaming services, I'm going to search for house. This search typically gives me a very good indication of how much content a service has. And as we can see, when I search house, I get 100 results. So there's a lot of content here on Vudu. There's lots of stuff. Folks, next we're going to take a look at the settings section. So in here, I'm just going to go through these real quick. I'm not going to dig too deep into the settings, but we can see our account and our payment method here. Next, we can go into the family settings. This is what I was talking about in the kids section earlier. We can set or change the PIN. We can set up parental controls. This will require a PIN for you to buy or watch content based on its rating. And then we can customize the kids mode from here as well. Closed captioning. Playback quality. This is going to be useful if you have bandwidth limitations. You can set it to stream in 4K UHD, 1080p, or if you have a limitation on your internet connection, you can choose standard definition. We have autoplay settings. I typically like to turn this off. I don't like something playing unless I choose to play it. But by default, this is on. So that's something to be aware of. If you don't like that setting, you come in here and turn that off. Accessibility. And then about information. This is going to give us all kind of information about the device, the UI version, and so on and so forth. So last thing I want to do is go into a title and see what options we have. So I'm going to go into a free title. Let's just go into the kids section. I just want to take a look at this here. And this is something that I'm really impressed with on this app. We have so many options here when we go into a title. And unlike a couple of years ago when I reviewed the app, it's actually very clear what we can do. When we come into this app, we can watch this title for free, we can rent it or buy it, we can watch the trailer, we can add it to the list, or we can rate it. If we go over to the information here, we have Vudu extras. So these are extras that we get if we choose to purchase this title. You may or may not see that on every title that you go into, but something you're usually going to see on every title is the cast and crew. And under the cast and crew, one of the things I really like is we can go into each one of these folks. So for example, let's go into Kenan Thompson, and we can get a filmography on each cast member right from the title, which is really nice. We have reviews. Look at all the reviews here. We have the parental guide, which is very useful. We have similar titles. And then under more information, we have all the information about this title such as the rating, the runtime, and so on. So the last thing I want to do before I wrap this video up is I want to go in and look at the playback controls. So I'm going to go and say watch for free. And immediately, this is going to be blurred out, but immediately when I go into watch for free, I'm going to be presented with ads. And it looks like they're going to show us 3 ads here. So I'm going to go ahead and skip past this and pick up with you once the ads are finished and the title starts playing. Okay, so we're getting into the title here. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. But I can tell you already I love these playback controls. Now obviously we can play and pause, but we can rewind, fast forward. Okay. Everything's responding very quickly. We have closed captioning. In this case we have English is the only available language. I'm going to go ahead and leave that off. Something that I haven't seen in other apps that I really like in this app is this, which is the chapters section. So we have all the different chapters for this title, and we can skip to an individual chapter. So that's really nice. We have the playback quality. So if we want to switch, for example, we have it in HD right now. We can switch over to standard definition if we need to. And then we can skip back 15 seconds. So a lot of good controls here. I want to go back. But folks, overall, I really like Vudu. I think it is a good free app. If you're using it just for the free content, there are a lot of ads. I can tell you that. It's just like any other free service. Some of them may have a little more ads, some of them a little less. Some of them can be very annoying because they're repetitive over and over again. But if you can deal with that, there's a lot of free content here. But one thing that's strong about it is all of the information that you have. And then you can also rent or buy as well if you don't want to see ads. So it's a good option, something you should check out. Folks, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other YouTubers find quality content and we really appreciate it. Click on subscribe and then click the bell to get notified anytime new content is added. As always, comments, questions, and suggestions are welcome below, and we thank you very much for watching.